So in this film, we're going to be watching the Roadhawk. We're going to see what the Roadhawk saw of the fire, and we're on a slightly different route. So you see a lot of trucking films on the motorway. You do most of your work on the motorway, and then you do quite a bit of it in town. I do a lot of sort of town centre, sort of town to town ones. But here I am. I'm coming off the M6 and I'm going on. It's called the Expressway. So at this point, it's looking fairly clear. It's quite nice. Let's come along down onto the Expressway now. Most of you know about it, but well, all the Brummies know about it. But this is where, in the morning, you get 4 lanes going in and 2 lanes coming out, and then of an evening they swap the lanes over, so you get 4 lanes coming out and 2 lanes going in. We're going to jump now. This is when the traffic begins, and at this stage I can't see the fire. If we look at the horizon, we're heading straight into the centre of Birmingham. And there's nothing on the horizon at the moment, is there? There's a couple of rain spots on the windscreen, but that's about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump a minute at a time, so we don't stay forever. So here we are joining. So there's the next minute. Let's go a minute forward, and there we are. Now we're on the expressway. You see how this middle lane is a stopper lane, so there's 2 coming out and 4 going in, and then they clear the middle lane. That's how it works. So there's always a lane separation. I'll show you again what this is. Look, and see this. There's a red lane in the middle that swaps that about. Let's get a bit closer to this gantry, and I'll show you how it works. There's all of these lanes. So the other side have got 3, 2 are running and 1 is a stopped lane. Nobody travels that, and then that gives us 4 lanes. And this is here in the morning. It's 7:45 in the morning, look. So, and then they swap it about of an evening. So this is where the traffic begin to sort of get sticky. Another minute, and another minute. Let's go in, and another minute. And this is quite unusual. This road, although it's very, very busy and very, very full, it usually can handle it. So here I'm thinking, this is unusual. And then we see the blue lights going by. Let's jump forward another minute. So at this point, I've decided, forget this. I ain't queuing into the middle of town. Something's happened, I'm thinking to myself. So let's, and this is where we get the first sign of the smoke of the fire. So let's follow this for a while, and let's have a look at the fire. Let's see how we're getting on. This is when we first see the fire, and we decide, do you know what, we're gonna bug out because that the road into town is going to be horrendous. And there's the signs of it there, look. So we're going to go up and around the thing, but this isn't the main thing of this clip of videos or video that I'm going to make here. The reason this video is because we're going to a place we've not been to for a long time, and I don't actually show you. You've never seen that side of town. So meanwhile, excuse me, let's just watch how this fire was behaving this morning. It went off kicking out some smoke, and it was quite calm. It wasn't a windy day, and all that black smoke headed into the town. The city, Birmingham City, is here in front of us, and we're going to go left around the ring road. we'll just keep an eye on that whilst the camera is still got it. Now obviously this is the front camera of the truck. This is the Roadhawk. And look at that. Look at that huge black smoke that it chuffed out. It's about to go out of our range. Because you know, we're watching this, we're just looking what we could see out the edge of the camera. And here it is, look. You see how that huge big blob then started to move towards Birmingham. And it turned Birmingham into night. Turned the town centre into darkness. Yeah. Only for a while, and then it cleared up again, but it was one hell of a fire. So anyway, come on. Let's get to where we're going now then. Let's get back here. We'll keep this as one film. We'll flick down here. What do we like here? No. Here we are. We're going round the ring road. Much the same as any ring road. Nothing really... hold on. There we are. This is the ring road, and that's the tail end of the smoke. You see the smoke? There's the fire. We've come around the city centre now. So we're going to come off the ring road. So let's push on a 4 minute. Push on another minute, and here we are. We're on a thing called the Pershall Road. Heading up towards Edgbaston that way. So let's just push on a little further until we start getting to the interesting bit. Here we are. This is where it begins to get tight and narrow, and you've got to keep eyes. You've got to keep eyes everywhere. So we'll just hang fire. Pebble Mill. That road to our right. You've heard of the BBC Pebble Mill. I mean, it's not there anymore, but that's Pebble Mill Lane to our right there. So we're heading off now. And this, remember, I've got to drive between the two lanes here. This is where you have to use your size. This is how you have to control everything around you. You don't want any pot smoking crackpot come around you. You're keeping them all behind you, and you're making progress, and you just don't know when something gets in your way. You've got to get around them. So it's quite a narrow 2-lane road, so just control them, drive up the middle, and then you've got to be quite pushy to make progress. You've got to be quite pushy, and there's push bikes, isn't there? So you don't want anyone up the side of you. Luckily that push bike turned off, so it wasn't a problem to us. But you've not seen this side of the Birmingham. This is the south west, I would call this. This is like the west of Birmingham city centre. So we're on our way out now. It's fairly clear this morning. And here we go. Just for you to sort of see what sort of houses are in the city, what sort of houses are on this side of the city, you know. And here we are. We're making our way down this road. Everything is good. We've got a push biker, yeah, but because we're controlling the traffic behind us, we can easily and safely give him a nice wide berth. And yeah, keep him safe. Watch him in the mirrors, watch out for him. Keep a close eye on him. Now this is what happens, is he'll catch up. As we get blocked here, if he doesn't turn off or go somewhere else, he catches up with us. And then he's in front of you again. So, here we go, look. This is where you use your size. And you've got to keep your eyes. You never know when school kids are going to step out, when children are going to step out, you're on full alert. Didn't quite make these look. The lights were on amber. Flash means thrash, yeah. Didn't you know that? When you see an orange light and it's flashing, flash means thrash, yeah. So here we are. And we're pretty much taking up the whole of the lane because of the, because we're that big, do you know what I mean? Coming up here, it's just a narrow little place. Just take your time through here, watch out. Always sit out a bit, you can always tuck in then. But if you're already tucked in, you've got nowhere else to go. So you always sit yourself out wide. Just that little bit. It might be only an inch or two, but sit wide. Force them to get out your way. Frighten them almost to go over to one side of the road. And then, if you are wide, you've always got the option to just duck in, should you need it. So here we go. All is good. And just make our way through. Naughty, 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 very naughty. But that's the way it is. That's it. That's always the way it is. And just basically you can see the road and see the houses, and it goes on forever and ever and ever. It's a massive area. Well, and it's the second city, so there's no gaps or green patches. Here we are coming through here now. Yeah, all is good. I just thought I hadn't seen this end of town. It's a bit narrow as we go round to the left here. Yeah. Go nice and wide. Keep your arse end off this curb here, look. See that curb like that? If you didn't go wide, you'd catch a trailer on there. Yeah. Here we go. Cheeky. That's par for the course, look. Here we are, we're still pushing on. We're still getting through. If this was a Saturday, oh, can you imagine, can you see all these shops? How busy the place would be on a Saturday trying to get through. And of course, traffic and cars everywhere. They haven't quite woken up yet. So I will be bringing you back this way as well. So you'll see how it'll all pick up. It's still a bit early for everyone yet. It's hardly 8 o'clock. Here we are now, look. Yeah. So we thought I would give you I think James Walker likes to see what's it look like over here, what's it like driving in the UK, what sort of places, what sort of houses do you go by. This is the outskirts of the city, this is now. Yeah, this is my stomping ground, this is this sort of environment. I don't go very far from the city. Usually, do you know what I mean? I spend a lot of my time in these. Yeah. Right, so let's go to the job, and let's come back later on in the day. Let's do that route in reverse. And I think I've got one little surprise for you at the very, very end. See, look. Yeah, you've just got to make progress. Just keep going. Yeah, we're up towards Sally Oak now. Nearly at our destination. Not far to go. Again, look, you've got to make them stop. See him. You've got to make up his mind for you. Don't put any doubt in his mind. You are coming through because you're in control, because we're the biggest, ugliest thing on the road. And it's the only way to make yourself twice as big so they get out of your way, and then you can get out of their way by moving on, you know. Yeah, so let's do it the other way around now. So here we are now, done our job. We're on our way back now, aren't we? It's 1 o'clock, it's 12 o'clock, it's 1:45, isn't it? So it's midday, just after midday. Everything is busy. Yeah, so let's make progress through these narrow little busy streets with traffic and people everywhere. There we are now, look. So they see you coming, you've got to make yourself wide, because you've got to make them get out of your way. So he's going to tuck in there nicely. Bit of good timing. Thank you, mate. No problem. There we are. Keep making progress. Keep making progress. There's a car sticking out in front of us. Come on, just keep making progress. Do you see, as they see you coming, did you see that car move over then, out the way, over to their side of the lane? Well, that's what you're trying to do. Get them to get out of your way. But you still can tuck in. I'm not that tight. I'm just making myself. See this one? Although he stopped, he couldn't do nothing about it. You'd want him to go in a bit. Yeah. So let's just keep making progress. This van was a bit cheeky. But now let's get out and let's get in on the middle of this lane. You can't cross the lane, but you can sit on the outside of the lane to push them over out the way. Then if you need to, you can always dodge in. Yeah. So you just have to get them to stop being in the middle of the lane. See, gotta watch man in the door. He couldn't do much about that. Yeah. Let's just keep pushing through. There we are. Remember the curb on the other side. You have to go wide on that. Keep away from the edge of that curb. I did a bit of a mistake on this next one. I didn't really want to block these people, but I ended up blocking them. Yeah. So let's have a look. Let's have another look at this. I remember this. What did I do? The lights changed or something on me. So I ended up sort of, what's the word? See them lights ahead of us, they change. Did I? What am I thinking of? Yeah, do they change? Yeah, they change. So my arse end is out on the roundabout. But there wasn't much I could do about it. I couldn't, I wasn't going to jump the lights. But I did sort of unnecessarily block the roundabout behind me, which I wouldn't wanted to have done that, you know. So come on, let's keep going. Let's push on. Here we are, look. Yeah. So this is Pershaw Lane, Pershaw Road I think it's called, from the other side. And again, we'll get to the 2 lanes in a minute. See now here, make yourself nice and wide, make them, see that car, that white car, move over. He moved over because I made myself extra wide without crossing the line. Sometimes you have to make yourself look big just to keep them out of the way, and it still then give me an option to duck in if I wanted to. Yeah. You might understand what I'm saying, you might not. They are, look. Now here we're down to 2 lanes. So again, I go down the middle. I don't want to be catching every manhole, every bump, and watching them squeeze around me. I keep them behind me, and that allows me to make progress to get out of their way. But I don't allow them to pass me, or if they pass me, it's because I've seen them, and I've sort of, in my own mind, given them permission to pass, you know. In these sort of situations, you've got to have eyes to your left, to your right, to your front, to your behind, in your mirrors, down by your side mirrors, passengers, people on the side of the pavement with kids, push bikes. You just never know where they're going to go. And so you just take control. I'm the biggest, ugliest thing, and you've got to wait for me to make my move. It's the way it is. It's the way to keep you safe. It's not the way they teach you. It's not the way they teach you. They'd have me crunched up inside this lane and having people behind me thinking they can get past me safely, and when they can't. Yeah. It's what's it called? Defensive driving. Being in control of the people around you, or having the influence around them, letting them, making them do what you want them to do. Yeah. Which in the end benefits everyone. Right. I've got one little surprise to put on the end. Yeah. So you're in a major city. Usually you just expect everyone to be lost. You come to a major junction, you expect people to do stuff. You expect people to be lost, finding addresses. This place is full of people that haven't been here before because they're doing something, you know. They're going somewhere. I think it happened just here. So you expect anything, you know. So you look after yourself. Now, what's this Merc doing here? That was a bit odd, but watch. You expect them to do everything, but you don't expect them, look, to go down a no entry. That was a bit of a, what the hell are you doing off a dual carriageway down a no entry? But you already know. Obviously he's lost. You can't find his address. He's never been here before. You know, all of these people. If you go to a town, generally speaking, everybody lives in the town and everybody knows where they're going. It's less of a problem. But when you're in a big city, expect lots of strangers, expect lots of people to be lost, expect lots of people to not know where they're going and what lane they're supposed to be in. Because, you know, in the city there's a lot of people looking for a lot of places that they've never been to before. And the last thing they're looking for is a huge big truck to try and get through the door. Right, I hope you enjoyed that. So I thought I'd just show you this bit, what it's like. You've got cars and they do all sorts. Look at that one. And then this one behind him. Where do they think I'm gonna go? But they're everywhere. They're like bees round a honey pot.